Hi, I'm Abby, and I've been asked by a couple of people if I do a really brief review on Annecy Animation Festival 2015. So, if you haven't been before, Annecy Festival is a huge gathering of animators, creative people from the industry, students, and we all meet together and there's loads of cool films and there's kind of lots of short films showing and they're in competition. There's feature films in competition, there's student grad films showing. It's a really, really cool experience. So, when you have to book your ticket first. If you're a student, it's a bit cheaper. When you go there, you'll get a little card like this. That's my one, and that's what they use to kind of scan you in. There are reservations for certain things you can get. If you have an iPad or a laptop or something, you can do it. But most of things they sell out like instantly, so you have to do a lot of queuing. But that's okay, because if you get there early, you'll see what you want. So yeah, if you don't know where Annecy is, by the way, Annecy is kind of like quite south France, quite in the middle. It's very close to Switzerland and Geneva, so we actually got our flights from the UK to Geneva and then just got a taxi. So yeah, Annecy itself is a really beautiful place. There's mountains, there's a huge lake. For a holiday, it's amazing. And so on the last day when we could finally have some time off, we did all go to the lake, rent some pedalos and have some fun. But anyway, you want to hear about the animation because that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's really inspiring. They show loads of films, loads of work in progresses, which I really like, and lectures and stuff. When you go, you're given a huge big book, and it's got all the details of all the films showing in it. But obviously that's very heavy to carry, so we don't want that. We're going to want the little tiny one that you get, which is nice and portable. And that tells you kind of a really brief summary of what's there, there's pictures, and then the pages you really want are these ones, and they tell you what's on where each day. So you might see I've circled a couple of things that I really wanted to see. So yeah, and there's like a little map in there, which is really useful because you will get lost. So yes, when I went, I really wanted to see some films. There was one called Long Way North. It had actually been the previous year, and when I saw it, like the whole feature, it was absolutely incredible, so that was great. There's kind of too many things to talk about, so I'm only going to talk just the absolute highlights, but we did see a work in progress for The Boy and the Beast, which was really incredible. So a work in progress is basically, it's like a lecture. So the director and stuff are there, and they show you kind of sneak peeks of concept art, bits of animation, stuff that is not going to be shown anywhere else yet. So that's really, really cool. Only issue with that sort of thing is sometimes there's a language barrier, but that's okay because most people speak French because it's France, obviously. So if you're English like me, can't really understand very much, you get a little translator. So it's like a little box of earphones and you plug them into yourself and there's someone in the audience who's translating it live. So it's really cool, it works perfectly. Sometimes if it's not like a work in progress because they're quite, that's quite a big deal. If it's, I don't know, something else, sometimes it doesn't work very well, which is a little bit annoying. But most of the time it's fine. Another thing I saw that I really loved was Michael Dudok DeWitt's film Red Turtle. I'm a really big fan of his and his work, and just seeing some of the animation and stuff that no one's seen it before was absolutely incredible, and yeah, I really like that. Couple of lectures which were really good. There was one on the art of character design. It was actually Jin Kin giving the lecture. If you don't know him, oh my god, look him up. Amazing Disney person. He character designed all your favourite characters, so like Big Hero 6, Bolt, all of that sort of stuff. In the evenings, actually, we went to a place called the Arts Bar, which was packed, but a very good place to go. Do go to bars in the evening because you will meet professionals there and chat. And actually, I went to the Arts Bar with a friend of mine and we bumped into Jim Kin and had a beer with him, so a really long chat, which was incredible, like my hero. So yeah, that was really cool. Definitely worth doing. We also went to a lecture, Sergio Pablos, which was probably my most favourite thing I saw when I was there, because he was discussing Klaus. Look that up right now because it is going to revolutionise 2D animation. The style is absolutely beautiful. He kind of talked about how he did it, how he's kind of pushing forward 2D into modern day times, and all sorts of other stuff. And we actually also got to see the original pitch for Despicable Me, which no one's really seen before, so that was really, really cool. So yeah, definitely worth going to Annecy, even just for those things. Really enjoyed seeing the short films in competition. So they're kind of shown at cinemas. There's loads of little cinemas all around Annecy. And basically they'll show you between 6 and 8 short films, and you can actually vote, like later or like after the festival, you can vote which ones you want to win and stuff. And they're really great because you get to see like lots of little things very quickly, and I personally loved it and it was really inspiring. There was a couple that I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. So yeah, as well as all that fun stuff, there's other things for like, if you're a really big fangirl like me, there's like signings, book signings, kind of. Richard Williams was there, which Richard Williams, if you don't know, I actually got it here for the animating. He did the survival kit, and I'm sure if you're an animator you know exactly who he is and what this is. So he was there doing signings, which was really cool. A lot of people from Aardman were there. In the evenings they do open air screenings, so that means basically they'll show a film on this humongous blow up screen in the park, and it's free to go, and it's usually around 10 o'clock they do it, and different films every day, and that's really cool. And usually like someone from that company comes and introduces it, and I really enjoyed watching Shaun the Sheep, the movie, on the big screen, and that was absolutely brilliant. And that was on Friday, so it was a great end, or a cracking end to the festival. In regards to accommodation, if you're going next year, book your accommodation like now. Well, not literally, but like really soon, because it goes very quickly. We were fortunate enough to look on a website. I recommend this. It's called Airbnb. It's much cheaper than staying in a hotel, and we actually got to this lovely little house right in the rooftops, about 2 minutes from Bonlu, so right in the town centre, and it couldn't be better. So yeah, Airbnb for accommodation, and book it quite early. That's kind of all I can say really. Annecy is just brilliant. Oh yeah, MIFA. That's what I forgot. The most important thing. MIFA. MIFA's kind of like it's on kind of, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it's kind of a place where loads of professionals will get together, have their stands and tables, and you can meet and talk to people. It's really, really important for networking. So if you're just graduated like I have, you're going to want to network, you're going to want to know some people, because you're going to want a job, aren't you? So I went to MIFA, and I thought I really tried to get as much as I could out of it. Just chatted to loads of people, kind of know kind of what you want to do. So me, I love stop motion and 2D. So I kind of looked beforehand saying, okay, who's going to be there? Make sure I know a little bit about the companies, because there's nothing worse than, you know, talking to someone with no idea of who they are and what they do, because it's a bit rude. So do your research beforehand. That was great. I got to speak to some lovely people, a wonderful man from Nickelodeon who, if you can bring your showreel with you or your portfolio on like an iPad or something, absolutely do it and ask for critiques. I had a really great critique with this guy and learned quite a lot. So yeah, I got some great contacts out of it. So yeah, MIFA, great, do it, talk, be really friendly and approachable, just smile, talk to many people as possible, and get, you know, show your portfolio and share it without being too pushy. Just be like, oh hi, or I like your work, blah, 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 blah. Would you like to see my showreel? I'd love some feedback. And yeah, it's quite simple, but you got to kind of put yourself out there, so just go for it. That's all I can say really. Annecy's great, beautiful place. Festival is kind of the whole week, and there's a couple of bits on Saturday, but if I were you, I would kind of arrive at least a day before and maybe have a couple of days after, if you can afford it and if you have time, because it's busy. Like, we were getting up at 7 every morning and we weren't going to bed till 1 or 2 because we were networking at the pubs and stuff. So you're putting like ridiculously long days, and in the day it's literally, okay, we're getting up at 7, breakfast at 8:30, right, at 9 o'clock we need to start queuing for this work in progress, and then at 2 o'clock we've got this, and then blah 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 blah. So it's really, really busy. Make sure you eat right, take lots of sun cream, definitely do that because it's hot. Yeah, and then have a couple of days either side just so you can breathe and chill and be like, okay, festival's over, I can, I don't know, charge in the sunlight. So yes, really great, recommend it. if you can afford to go to Annecy, absolutely do it, because it's so worth it for the contacts and networking you make. So yeah, hopefully I'll be there next year, depending on jobs and what have you, but if I'm there next year, come say hi, and yeah, all is well. Wish you the best of luck. I hope that was okay. If you got any questions, just ask me, because I probably skimmed over everything quite quickly. But yeah, thank you!